Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 1 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 1 math, and then click on view all lessons. You have to log in there using your There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter addition skill builders. The lessons we're going to cover today are adding 6, adding 7, adding 8, adding 9, and adding 0. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I'm on grade 1 math. The chapter we're on right now is addition skill builders. Let's just start with the lesson that is adding 6. Add 6 plus 3. So the concept of addition is exactly the same, just the numbers are different. When you are adding, always start with a greater number and count up to the smaller one. So start with 6, add 3, 7, 8, and 9. So 6 plus 3 makes 9. Let's just start with the test questions. 6. So start with 6 and count up to the 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6 plus 6 makes 12. Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 12. Okay, let's just start with the move on to the next one. Add 2 plus 6. So start with the greater number and count up to the smaller one. 6, 7, and 8. So 6 plus 2 makes 8. The correct option is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Six plus 8. So which is the correct option? Start with 8 and count up to 6. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 8 plus 6 makes 14. Option number 3 is the correct option, that is 14. Six plus 3. So which is the correct option? So start with 6 and count up to 3. That is 9. The last option is the correct option. Okay, 6 plus 2. So start with 6 and add 2. So 6 and 2 makes 8. So the correct option is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Six plus 1. So which is the correct option? That is 7. The last option is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself for today. Let me just move on to next lesson. So 6, start with 6 and count up to. Okay, let's just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is adding 7. Let's just start with the, so 8 plus 7. Start with 8 and count up to 7. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So 8 plus 7 makes 15. So the correct option is 15. Let's just start with the test questions. Seven plus one. So start with 7 and count up to 1. So 7 plus 1 is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 8. Seven plus 3. Start with 7 and count up to 3. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Seven plus 2. Start with 7 and count up to 2. So 7 and 2 makes very good 9. It is option number 1 is the correct option. Seven plus 9. So which is the correct option? Start with 9 and count up to 7. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 1, 16. So 7 plus 9 makes very good 16. It is the correct option is 16. Seven plus 0. So which is the correct option? Seven plus 0 is 7. The last option is the correct option. Seven plus 1. So which is the correct option? 7 plus 1 makes 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Seven plus 4. So start with 7 and count up to 4. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The correct option is 11. Option number 2 is the correct option. Nine plus 7. Start with 9 and count up to 7. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So 9 plus 7 makes 16. The last option is the correct option. Seven plus 5, which is the correct option. Seven plus 5 makes 12. Option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is adding 8. 8 plus 10. Start with 8, count up to 10. So that makes 18. The correct option is 18. Let's just start with the test questions. Eight plus 4. Start with 8 and count up to 4. 8 and 4 makes 12. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 12. Start with 8 and count up to 7. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 8 plus 7 makes, yes, 15 it is. The correct option is 15. Option number 1 is the correct option. Eight plus 5. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The correct option is 13. Option number 2 is the correct option. 13 it is. 8 plus 1. Very good. 9 it is. The correct option is 9. 8 and 3 plus 8 equals 11 it is. The correct option is 11. The last one is the correct option. 8 plus 6 makes 14 it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. 8 plus 9 makes, start with 9 and count up to 8. So that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 it is. The correct option is 17. Option number 3 is the correct option. 17 it is. 8 plus 0. 8 plus 0 makes 8 it is. The correct option is 8. 7 plus 8 is 7 plus 8 makes 15. The last option is the correct option. 8 plus 1 equals 9 it is. The correct option is 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. 8 plus 3 makes 11 it is. The last option is the 11. Very good. 8 plus 8 makes 16 it is. The last option is 16. 8 plus 0 makes. Very good. 8 it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Eight plus two makes. 8 plus 2 makes 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself either today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is adding 9. Let's just start with the lesson. Nine plus 5. Start with 9. Count of the 5. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 9 plus 5 makes 14. Let's just start with the test questions. 9 plus 4. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that is 13. Option number 2 is the correct option. Nine plus 2 makes 11. It is option number 1 is the correct option. 10 plus 9 makes 9 makes 19. It is option number 2 is the correct option. 9 plus 7 makes 16. It is the correct option is 16. Option number 3 is the correct option. 9 plus 0 makes 9. It is option number, the last one is the correct option. 8 plus 9 makes that is 17. Option number 2 is the correct option. 10 plus 9 makes 19. It is. That is 19. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. The next one is adding zero. That is the last lesson from the chapter. So we're going to learn how do we add zero. Adding zero means the number stays the same. Whatever number it is, the number stays the same. So let's just start with the test questions. That is 9 plus 0. So 9 plus 0 is 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. 9 it is. 7 plus 0 makes 7 it is. Whatever number you are adding to 0, the number stays the same. So 7 plus 0 makes 7. Zero plus zero makes zero. Option number 1 is the correct option. Six plus zero makes that is 6. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 0 plus 3 equals that is 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. 0 plus 9 equals 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. Ten plus 0 makes that is 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Seven plus 0 makes that is 7. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 1 plus 0 equals 1 plus 0 makes 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Two plus 0 equals 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, we are done with the lesson. So we were working on grade 1 math. The chapter we're working on is addition skill builders. The lessons we have covered today are adding 6, adding 7, adding 8, adding 9, and adding 0. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So you can please write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.